Tim Ripper Owens, you just got off stage here at Sweden Rock Festival. You did a great gig, and you seem to be enjoying yourself a lot too.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, it's fun to get out there on stage. You know, get my new solo CD out there and play on stage with these guys. You know, I mean, it's a great lineup, and you know, we have a lot of fun. We're friends, and Sweden Rock's always a great place. I mean, it was early. I mean, noon is. I've never done that in my life. So, but it was better than expected going on at that too. I mean, it was. We did what we wanted to do, and we had fun.
Must be great to see your own name on the bill finally.
It is. You know, it is funny to show up here and see Ripper on this. It actually makes me feel kind of bad because I feel like I'm trying to show up everybody else because I have my name on this on the door. You know, and it is pretty exciting. I'm gonna have to steal all the things that say Tim Ripper Owens and then take it home with me.
I actually thought that Beyond Fear was your solo thing. I was kind of surprised when I saw this album with your name on it.
Well, I mean, I always used to tell people, and I guess now they'll believe me, that Beyond Fear was a band. You know, the writing and even more now than even was when it started. We have John Capri, who did the gig with me today, and we have another guitar player, Matt Sorgan. We actually write the songs together, and we kind of come and we go rehearse, and we're all local guys, and we get together and play, and it's just more of a band lineup, you know. And with the solo, this kind of let me do whatever I wanted and have the sounds I wanted, and you know, show more of myself in a, you know, not a mellower light, but you know, Beyond Fear, I like the aggression. It'll take more of a scream machine. Angie Will Die, Human Race, more of an aggression, and this is just more the laid back, you know, chops. But now I think now everybody goes, okay, Beyond Fear is a band, because I did want, you know, I wanted to be in a real band that hung around each other, that stayed the same lineup. You know, Beyond Fear's been, we got a new guitar player, but it's been the same lineup since we put the album out, so that's pretty amazing in itself. And now, you know, it shows that one's a band and one's a solo thing.
Okay, so we can expect more from Beyond Fear in the future, or have you got time for that now?
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, my main goal is my solo thing right now. You know, doing more Yngwie I can do, because I just go and sing, and we have fun, and you know, creatively I don't have to do much. You know, I get to sing the tunes, and I enjoy it a lot, and we get along. But creatively, I get to push it all into Beyond Fear and my solo thing. You know, so after this is over half the record's already written for Beyond Fear, and it was written before. A lot of songs were written before the solo album come out, and so I'm looking forward to getting back with that and chugging away on that. You know,
I guess it must have been kind of important for you to do your solo thing, like with I guess with Priest and Earth and Yngwie, you can't write much, you know, you can't contribute that much, so it's important to have something where you can write your own stuff.
Well, it is, and I've always, you know, contrary to what people think, I've always written. I wrote in my band Winter's Bane, and I wrote in bands back before I made Judas Priest. I did write music, but people think that I never did. Then when I wrote with the Beyond Fear CD with the guys, it was the first taste that people really got it in, you know, a worldwide audience. And now with this, it shows, you know, this is the kind with my solo record that I felt like doing. You know, no one made me do it or suggested I do it, or whether somebody likes it or not. This is exactly what I wanted to hear. You know, this is what if I would want to hear a CD, it's what I want. I didn't try to sound like anybody. I just sat down, started writing, and it came out, and a lot of different layers to it, but it all fits together. But it's nice to write whatever I want to.
The list with guest musicians on your album is nothing less than impressive. I mean, it's a long list with great musicians. How did that come about? Did you meet those guys during the years since you started in Priest and up until now?
Yeah, I mean, most of them. A few of them I never met. Steve Stevens and Billy Sheehan, and you know, a couple of them. But most of them were friends, and I would either Bob Kulick would call them or I would call them. You know, like David Ellison, all the guys in this band that we played tonight, and then, you know, Michael Wilton and Bob Jerzambek and Jeff Loomis, and you know, a lot of them I just called and said, "Hey, you want to jam on the album?" And they did, and you know, it was awesome. I mean, it was really fun because they all came in and fit in really well with the record. They all did such a great job, and it was really awesome.
How did you work? Did you mail each other files, or did they all come to your studio to record?
Most of it was recorded in the studio, in L.A. Only a few people recorded some stuff other places, you know, but it was almost all recorded in the studio out in L.A.
Cool.
Yeah.
How did you work? Did you tell them where to put a solo, which song?
Well, it depends. Some of them I just said, you just play from start to finish. You know, I mean, like Play My Game, I told Neil Zaza, he actually recorded a solo in Akron, and I said, you know what, just play it. You know, all of them I was like, do whatever you want on solo-wise. You know, make the song better, do yourself and play. And they did, you know, and they did great jobs, you know.
Did you have several guitar players make this solo to the same track, and then you picked the one?
I just had one guy do it and let them be themselves, and you know, and they all did. Even Carlos Cavazo, you know, I mean, Craig Goldie did a freaking great solo. I mean, they all did. Steve Stevens solo was awesome. So it was really, really good.
How did you end up with the touring band? I mean, that's a very strong band as well.
Well, I tried to figure out. At first, I was thinking of getting Rudy Sarzo on bass, and he was busy. And I was like, you know, who else can I get? And you know, David, obviously, we jam in the band Hale, and we've been friends, so I asked David if he'd want to run out and do some dates with me. And Simon I had from the start, because he gave it that good classic metal feel, you know, and John Capri, I really thought, you know, he's perfect to have it on that, holding the fort down on guitar. And Chris Caffrey was actually one of my first choices as well, so it was kind of nice to get them together.
Okay. So this will be a stable lineup that will you
probably not.
No?
You know, because everybody's so busy. I mean, that's what's nice. You have 25 guys on the album, so you can pick which guy you want to tour. You know, Michael Wilton next year, if we do tour and he's available, Michael would love to do it. And you know, Jeff Loomis would be kick ass to get on there. So there's a lot of guys I'd love to have do it. You know,
when it comes to Yngwie Malmsteen, are you busy with him these days? I mean, you did a great album and you did a tour. Is that on a break from him right now?
Well, I am right now, but whenever he calls, and you know, once we just got back from Japan not long ago, so I'm looking forward to going back out with him. Really, I mean, I actually have a good time touring with him, and it's a fun gig, and we actually get along, and you know, it's really good. It's a nice change for me. You know, it's a different crowd for me. It's a different audience, and I can just kind of hang back. It's his show. I mean, I don't on stage. I'm pretty much out there in the front, but. You know, you don't have to worry about doing many interviews, and just kind of hang back. You know, so it's kind of fun.
It's not a secret that a lot of vocalists earlier had problems with Yngwie Malmsteen, but that's not the problem for you.
Well, listen. I recorded an album. I spent two months at his house and recording, and we did a world tour throughout the whole year, and it was awesome. You know, so you know, my experience so far has just been great. You know, and I definitely look forward to doing more.
Right. What are the biggest differences between being the vocalist in Priest and Iced Earth and Yngwie Malmsteen? Probably a hard question to answer.
Well, I mean, you know, actually, it was funny because the two Priest actually, as weird as people don't think this, they actually let me still be myself. I mean, I did wear a couple jackets that I probably wouldn't have wore, but they still would let me do my own stuff on stage, and so's Yngwie. You know, so. The people you probably wouldn't think was like you make yourself. Yeah. But they never told me once how to act, and it was cool. But they were all fun. I mean, they were all good gigs, and I enjoyed them. You know, it was just it was a really good time, all of them.
Were you into Yngwie Malmsteen's music before you joined his band?
Yeah. I mean, I my old cover bands back when I was in the first ones used to do like Black Star and you know, we'd do some of those. We never did any that I sang, but it was awesome. You know, I was always a fan.
It's a bit funny because you were discovered in a Judas Priest cover band, and now the same thing happened with Journey.
Yeah, I started a trend. I think. Yeah. You know, I think everybody's starting to do that. It's kind of funny.
Did you actually get the offer to be in that Rockstar movie, or was that just a rumor?
We were offered to do the music at first, and it just didn't work out. They wanted to make it a certain way, the same way they actually did make it, and you know, they made their movie, and and we pulled away from it.
All right. So now you're going to enjoy the rest of the festival here?
I hope so. I'm looking forward to trying to get into the sun and enjoying a little bit. If it warms up a little bit. You have a nice jacket on. I forgot to bring one, so I'm in trouble. Yeah. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
All right. Have a nice time, and thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much. See you soon, hopefully.